Greetings, my fellow warriors. This is DF900, and as the title of this video suggests, I will be giving my thoughts on what should be in Dragon Ball Xenoverse 2 should Bandai Namco and DIMS decide to release a sequel. Now, I realize I made a video like this about a year back, but consider this an update to that video. Also, please note that I collaborated with a few friends, such as Falkery and Brandon, as well as Sharky, to create the ideas that are presented to you in this video. Anyway, here we go. Number 1. The sequel needs more characters. The first DBX nearly got this right, but fell short in a few places. For one, it was odd that fan favorites such as Coiler were not included. As for other complaints, there should be a separate character associated with each form, similar to how the character roster was presented in the BT series of games. They shouldn't make Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta a pre-order bonus, especially on PC, since as far as I know there was no pre-order period for that platform. Also, they need to include more classes, such as the Super Namek or Super Namekian, as well as the ability to turn into a great ape. Also, Frieza's race had transformation limitations and did not include any other form besides his first form. Frieza himself also only has skins for his first, final, and full power forms, when these could easily be considered power-ups. Number 2. Transformations such as Super Saiyan. Now, for the custom-made characters such as Goku, when you turn Super Saiyan, your hair goes upward, just like in the anime. Okay, that's fine. But for some reason, this feature is not present when it comes to your own created character. Like, when you turn Super Saiyan, your hair just stays the same and it's just colored gold. It would be really nice to see this worked on. Also, as many of my friends have told me, we were all a bit disappointed when we found out that the highest level that you could reach was Super Saiyan 2, and we all suggested that for the sequel, they should include the ability to go Super Saiyan 3, or even as far as Super Saiyan 4, with the Super Saiyan 4 transformation being handled similarly to how it was first achieved by Goku in Dragon Ball GT. I mean, if you want to stretch, you could even have them include Super Saiyan Blue, or even Super Saiyan God, although I don't know how they would incorporate the original Super Saiyan God transformation into the game. Also, notable villains such as Cell and Frieza are missing their other forms seen in the series, some of which are considered fan favorites. Also, the Kaioken technique is virtually worthless in the first game, and it really needs to be improved, as the only reason that it is even in the game in the first place is to give the human race a transformation. But even then, it leaves a sour taste in the gamers' mouths after its use. It really needs to be improved upon for the sequel. Number 3. Character abilities. By this point, you should be able to make your own special moves. Now, what I mean by this is, say that you take... Let's say that there's a big pool that you could dive into. Now figuratively, like when you open up the skills menu, you could create a you could take a. Let's say that you took the red from Vegeta's Gallo Gun and you mixed it with the blue of Goku's Kamehameha, and then you select how much power that move can output, as well as the ki that it uses. Now you could argue that would make the game way too easy, but at the same time, it would allow for a lot more customization, and it would give your characters some much needed diversity. Also, you should be able to vary your character's fighting style beyond the 3 that are present upon your character's initial creation, as well as being able to change the color of your aura when you fly. Those things would just add more diversity, in my opinion. Number 4. Now, this is the biggest complaint I hear about the game: the RNG system. For those who don't know, this stands for Random Number Generator. Here's my position on the RNG. The RNG either has to go, or be somewhat reduced. See, in the first game, getting the item that you wanted from a certain quest was completely random, even if you got the ultimate finish for that quest. As such, the struggle to get the items was a huge hassle, and because of this, it made grinding a complete hassle. In the sequel, they should, or at least could, when you do get the ultimate finish, lower the chances of not getting it by 50%, which would result in a more rewarding experience, and would be a huge thank you to the fans who do persevere through such challenges like the later quests, such as Eternal Rival, which ups the difficulty quite a bit, but with little reward. This tedious amount of RNG even extends as far as finding the master you want, or even getting clothing for a certain character. such as Bardock's battlesuit or Gogeta's clothes. All in all, the amount of RNG needs to be reduced. Number 5. Customization. Now, this only pertains to clothing. In the first game, making your character look the way you wanted resulted in them becoming weaker or stronger in certain aspects based on the clothing that you put on. This should not be a factor in customizing your character. Clothing should be an accessory that becomes armor. What me and my friends mean by this is that once you unlock or purchase the clothes you want, you can upgrade it to become as protective or offensive as you want. This would result in greatly reduced limitations placed on the player themselves, as well as just add to the customization factor. Number 6. Combat as a whole. Most of the combos in the game are completely useless with the exception of the Orin combo. As previously mentioned in Section 3, the player should have the freedom to choose who they want the character to fight more as, such as adapting the Turtle School fighting style or the Demon Clan fighting style. Number 7. Also, the sequel should include Resurrection of F's story missions as well as be based on the events of Dragon Ball Super, or feature a brand new story. Consider this. The game starts off with the previous one left off, with Mira and Toa still alive, but barely being able to pose a threat. Frieza is revived and Goku beats him. Toa then uses her magic to resurrect all of Goku's enemies and rebuilds Mira stronger than ever before, as well as giving herself immortality via the Namekian Dragon Balls. This is where the story could be spectacular in my opinion, as it's fresh territory and could also result in some much needed drama. Number 8. Audio. Now this is just a little nitpick on my part, but they need to fix the lip syncing for the English version of the game. The lip syncing in the English version of Xenoverse is a little off, which may turn off some fans depending on whether or not you grew up with the English dub or not, or which dub you prefer overall. At least in my personal opinion. Overall, Xenoverse is a good start, and it has great features, but these features can be greatly improved upon in a sequel. As a casual game, I'll give it an 8.5 out of 10. As a DBZ game, I'll give it a 9 out of 10. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want, you can check out my other videos. I'm currently in the middle of a LEGO Star Wars Let's Play, among other things. Subscribe if you wish, and have a great day. God bless, and happy gaming. Bye-bye.